It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hit it. Let's set it tall, fellas. Let's pilot. 64.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he cuts it right sideline. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 74 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. David Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down. They run with Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Leo! You draw Corker.
On first down, Tanner. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On second down, it's Pollard. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Off play action. O'Leary. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Hey, we got four down. Hey! Hey, stand off now.
On first down, here's Breida. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down now, Tanner. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll run with Wilson, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal.
Yeah.
Looking to throw. O'Leary into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Go, get it.
On second down, Pollard. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's now third down and Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. O'Leary. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off the play fake. Gabriel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
80 weapon.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gabriel. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back to throw. Gabriel. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw. Gabriel. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Gabriel. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive. Complete over the middle. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Looking to throw. O'Leary. His throw caught right around the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down, go to the locker room.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing again. Gabriel. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Down. 70. Indy.
Down to lose one.
Off play action. O'Leary. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Bush. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. O'Leary. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. O'Leary. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. O'Leary. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Set. 60 outlaw.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Big grip. Big grip.
From the gun, O'Leary. Over the middle, it's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 2. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Pollard. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, O'Leary. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
30 base.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Gabriel. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
61, matchbox, lights.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
64,
To throw on 2nd down, Gabriel. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Josh Oliver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Run for Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Raiders on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, O'Leary. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. O'Leary. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Gabriel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise,
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is brought in by Hardy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, O'Leary. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders get a score closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguars 1st down.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for Jacksonville, they're into the win column now.